Hi, how are you guys? Today we're gonna do an inspection from the inside on an automatic truck. This is not manual, this is an automatic truck. Now, the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna check our seat belt. Make sure your seat belt locks, unlocks. You gotta make sure you check it at least twice. It's not cut, it's not dried, it's not fried, and it's mounted and secure. Next thing, we have 3 emergency equipment. We have fire extinguisher, make sure it's fully charged and there's no leaks and it's up to date and it's secure. We have 3 triangulars, make sure they have the proper colors, they're not missing, they're not broken, not damaged, and they secure and not moving in their place. We have box of fuses right inside here. Make sure they're mounted and secure, they're not missing, not broken, not damaged, and make sure you always have an extra fuses in there in case any of your fuses don't work. Another thing is we're gonna do a safe start. Always make sure both valves are out. Make sure your truck is always in neutral. Keys in. First thing, key on. Make sure all your gauges cycles. Gotta wait for all the gauges, make sure they're all working and they are all cycling. Now, we start the truck. Now, first thing here, we're gonna check our gauges. The truck was running before, but I had all the gauges going up. Now, first thing, we're gonna go here through the gauges, make sure they're all not broken and then they're all mounted and secure. Now, we have our primary gauge right here for the air. It should be between 120 and 140. Secondary, 20 and 40. They are all full working. Make sure my oil should be between 40 and 60. The fuel, which is, we have less than half, is all working. Temperature should be between 180 to 200. And the batteries inside here should be between 12 and 14. If your battery is not charging between 12 and 14, that means you need to replace it. So all of them, make sure they're all working and should be mounted and secure. Now, next thing, we have our heaters here. It should work all levels, all speed. The one in red is heat. The one in blue is your air conditioning. It's all working. Vents should be all working. Top, middle one, and then under your truck. Make sure they're all working. They're all mounted and secure. It's not broken, not damaged, and secure. Next thing, we're gonna check our headlights. They all the way here. I want the guys to see it. First one is your parking. Second one is your headlights, and then when you pull up, that's your fog lights. And then you have the clearance light comes on automatically with it. Next thing here, I'm gonna turn it off. Wipers. Make sure all my wipers are working. It should work on speed. They not dry, not fried. Make sure the rubber is not dry. Because if it's dry, it breaks down and start having cracks. Okay, should be working all speed. Okay, my washer fluid, it should spray all my windshield. It should clean it, and they're all working, not broke, not damaged. Next thing, I finish everything that I have here. Now we're gonna go our 4-way flashers, which is our hazard, is here, which is make sure it's working, it's not broken, not damaged. Now next thing, now we're gonna go a little bit up, which is I have my highway horn, should be working, mounted and secure. My city horn, it should be working, not broke, not damaged. Next thing, I gotta check my mirrors, make sure my mirrors face me, make sure it's clean, and make sure there's no legal stickers on them. Both mirror, I should adjust them before driving. Okay, they're not broken, not damaged, they should be all clean. My windshield, make sure my windshield is mounted and secure. No crack, no chip. Like you see here, this windshield have no cracks, no chip. The seal of the truck, make sure it's not dried, not fried, it's not cut, and make sure it's not leaking, no air or water. So everything here, it should be all good. Now we're gonna check 4 things. I'm gonna check my parking brakes, trailer brakes, I'm gonna check my service brake, and then I'm gonna check my air brakes. So I gotta make sure those are make sure they're all working. Now first we're gonna start with the trailer. First thing, press on the brake. I'm gonna release I'm gonna release my parking brake for the tractor. I'm gonna keep out the trailer. Release, put it in drive. The trailer should pull me when I release it. Yep, it's tagging me. That means it's working. Put it in neutral back again. Now I'm gonna check my tractor, which is, I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna put down my emergency, which is my trailer. I'm gonna put it on drive. I'm gonna take my foot, press, see, my trailer brake is working. Now, I'm gonna see my light is on. When you are using, when you are doing your trailer and parking brake, and you keep your foot on the brake, you're gonna start losing air. You have to first, before you do that, you gotta wait for the air to go up between 120, 140, so I can do my service brake. That's really important. So you wanna make sure your brakes is working. So I'm pressing a little bit on the gas so we can get this going. So I can get a little bit of my air up. Now I'm gonna do my service brake. First, your foot is on the brake, put it into drive, release my both valves. I'm gonna move 5 miles per hour and then I'm gonna press on my brake. My truck is moving, foot on the brake, press on the brake, my service brake is working. So I'm gonna put it back in neutral. Please, now we're gonna do service brake. I'm gonna do air brake. But again, we have to wait for the air to goes up. So I can't check my air brake if I don't have enough air. So I just gotta get this going. We're gonna have to wait a few minutes just for us to be able to get that going. Going. Okay, now we got enough. Now, first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my truck to drive. Shut the engine off. I'm gonna key on. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna release both my valve. I'm gonna hold my brake for 1 minute. I should not lose no more than 4 psi per 1 minute. So I release both my valve. I'm gonna hold my brake. I should now release no more than 4 psi per 1 minute. One minute is over with. I'm gonna release. Now I'm gonna start pumping. So when I get to 60, I should get a light and a buzzer on. I have a light and a buzzer on. So now I'm gonna start pumping. At 40, I should get both my valve out. Watch the valve, they both are out. Now, foot on the brake, put in neutral, turn off my truck. I'm gonna do last thing here, which is I'm gonna check everything if in case I forgot anything. Everything is good and check. So we are all good and done. Incab is complete and is checked, and now we should be all set here. Thank you and have a great day, guys.